Okay, so I thought I would do a quick update video since we just finally got internet today. But here is the shop as it sits so far. This cabinet actually will be removed later on. This cabinet will be replaced later on. I got a whole bunch of kitchen cabinets from the old house that my friends that have purchased this property, they had them in the garage over there, and so I said, well, can I take these out? And they're like, yeah. So I have a whole bunch of kitchen cabinets. I stuck a couple up here in the corner. Got one over there where the bandsaw will be standing. It's going to be my bandsaw cabinet, and the big board underneath of it to hang the blades on. I put the black shelves back here to use by putting a bunch of power tools on them, mostly. A couple of air tools, nail guns, whatnot. So that was that one. And then the Rubos resaws, my saw tote with all the antique saws that in various stages of refurb. Chop boxes here, don't have dust collection yet, still got to get the dust collector, still got to get my lathe, still got to get my bandsaw for the shop, still got to get the sawmill over here, the planer, a whole bunch of stuff. Still got to deal with this pile of stuff in the middle of the room, but yeah, day by day I get a little bit done. I work during the day, getting stuff on the properties taken care of, and then come in here late afternoon, early evening, and piddle away. So one of the things I ran into was that I didn't have power inside the shop except for 2 outlets. So I added this box, which hooks into the box that's on the other side of the wall outside. I just ran the mains across into this. So that seems to have solved my inside problem. And then I got my 220 outlets, one for the lathe there, and then one down here for the bandsaw. Got a mini fridge out here, didn't have that before. And then I've got a desk in this shop. I don't know if it's going to stay out here. I mean, because the idea was to put my laptop on this, but even though it's a roll top, it's going to collect dust, so I might not use it for that. Might not use it out here at all. I may move it inside. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So anyway, there you go, guys. I have been busy. I'm sorry I've been gone so long, but we honestly did not have internet for almost 2 full weeks. Maybe a little over 2 full weeks. We moved in the 11th, today's the 25th. So yeah, 11 days. It was ridiculous. No, wait a minute, 11th to the 25th. That's more than 11 days, isn't it? It was over 2 weeks. So there you go. But progress has been made. More progress will be made. We have decided where the chicken coop is going to go, and hopefully next week I'll be starting it. And when I do that, I'm probably going to set out the camera on time lapse and just time lapse the whole thing. Probably take me 2, maybe 3 days at the most to get it built. So, all right. Well, stay tuned. We'll be back with more, and hopefully next time we'll have like bigger tools, the rest of the tools in here, and the shop will be set up and at least somewhat usable. Dust collection is going to take some time. Outside of that, we should be in good shape. All right, signing off. Talk to you later. A couple days later, I have got the bandsaw and the lathe and a whole bunch of other stuff brought in, and I've been trying to figure out how to fit it all in here. I brought the standard flip station, the planer, and as you can see, the shop is already getting very, very crowded. Mostly because I have lots of little stuff to put away in all of the nice new cabinets. However, I think I'll be okay. I've also added this outfeed table, which happens to have a shallow cabinet on this side, and then on the other side, it's a big open space which I can store some stuff in. But yeah. This is getting to be a bit of a headache, to be honest, but fun stuff coming up. Hopefully before long I'll actually be doing build videos. Still planning on building chicken coop soon. However, the area where it's going right now, we just had a rain and the grass hasn't started growing there yet, so it's really muddy. And I wanted to show you, this is some oak that I quarter sawed up, and I have a special project planned for it that is a table type thing that's going into a benefit auction, so for a nature preserve. So I thought that would be pretty cool. I'll be doing videos on that. The auction's not until like September, so there's not a big rush on it, but I want to do it fairly nice, so it probably will be a series of videos. I got tools mounted on the wall again, the same holders I had over at the other shop, until I come up with something better. I might switch to a French cleat system, I don't know. But for now, this is working. I brought the lathe station. I haven't put the tools in it yet, but it's here. It's reversed from what it used to be, so my painting is kind of odd. Here behind the ladder, that should be white. Below that triangle there should be white. And then over here is the side that used to be on it, but it does put my tools a bit further away than what I had before, so I may end up taking all of these off and resituating them, basically doing a 180 on the whole thing, because the tools I use the most are down here and the least was down here, because at the old place right in here was where I was standing, this area. So I'll probably switch that around, because now this end will be closest to where I stand, because here's the lathe. So if I'm standing here and I turn around, this is what's closest to me. So probably switching that around. Yeah, I haven't put the pegboard together yet. I got it up there. I got a couple magnets over here that were in different places at the other shop, and decided to try them up here. We'll see what happens. Got my steady rest latch up there. Haven't figured out where he's going yet, so that's, for now he's hanging on a nail. Yeah, lots to do, but you know, it's kind of fun. The only downside of this thing is that I have found out that my front door leaks really bad. And I tried putting a drain tile out there, and unfortunately that did not work. But it only does it in a really, really heavy rain. Like if it's just a sprinkle going on even for several hours, it doesn't do it. But when we get a hard, you know, downpour, then it comes under and it leaks diagonally across the shop. You see where I painted the floor before I found out the first time? And so it just, you know, I don't think I'm going to bother painting the floor again until I get this fixed. But it leaks across here and then over to this wall. So all the stuff on this wall is up off the floor. Of course, this is the sander's on rollers, the bandsaw's on rollers. That thing, this is the dust collector. It won't be there forever, but it leaks across underneath there. And then back along the lathe, and even the lathe is up on little blocks, because to get it level I had to put it 3/4 on this end, and I have an 1/8 inch block and flat on the floor over here. So yeah, figuring all this out is kind of a pain. This floor is not flat, period. There will be no using it as a reference. So unless I decide to take everything out of here and re-pour the floor, which I really don't want to do. So, and I think that the whole thing, well, I can tell by the way the water runs across it, the whole thing slopes up from the end where my lathe is here towards the front. It's kind of weird. So I did get up above the ceiling today, and there are actually 4 fluorescent light fixtures up there, and there are 5 halogen light fixtures up there. And I found a 5-foot long black snake skin up there, which was kind of interesting. So I would like to have seen the guy that peeled that off. But the garage door, the overhead door here was really hard to open because there was a pulley missing, or a wheel missing up at the top on one corner. And so I went up to replace it and found out all kinds of stuff. But I do think that eventually I will end up putting it in the loft. Now that I've been up there and seen how it's constructed and how much room there actually is, yeah, I think I can put a 2x10 floor joist in here and actually put a loft on the back half. And I might actually draw it all the way out to 16 feet, because the garage, or the overhead door, doesn't actually go back that far. It's not as far as I thought it would. So the loft will be coming, but it's probably next year type thing, next summer or something. But yeah. So this is my little update for today. Sorry I didn't post the other one the day that I made it, but I figured I'll just do back-to-backs and get you all caught up. So we're we're happy-go-lucky. The dogs like it. Their beds are on the floor over here right now, but I'm actually going to have a spot just for them, probably underneath the fowl feed table once I don't need that for storage anymore. Because I have enough drawers and doors and cabinets and stuff that I should not have to store anything in boxes when I'm done. But, oh, and I've gotten all the trays of screws and stuff, and I got some relatively empty ones, and I was going to start sorting them. But yeah, this is the fun thing that all of us do-it-yourself guys get into at some point. We're like, I got to sort my screws, and it's going to take me 2 days. So yeah. So I thought since the rain has ended, I would give you guys a quick little tour again. This is a little trailer that the landowner had and brought over here. The deck on it was toast, and so I'm going to make a trailer for our lawnmower out of it. The lawnmower, of course, will not be delivered until Thursday, and in the meantime, I'm using an old LTS 2000 that I had to transplant a different motor onto. And it works, it just has a whole lot of issues that really make it a pain to mow with, but there it is. And this normally came with a 19.5 horsepower Briggs on it, and whoever owned it before ran it with no oil and it froze up. So I put a 20 horse twin cylinder Briggs on it, and it works. It's just a bit of it doesn't work perfectly. It's like it'll die at random, and then after it cools off, it's fine. So I don't know if it's overheating or what. It backfires now and then, scares the crap out of you. So, but no worries. We're getting a zero turn radius. What is it? Oh dang, I can't remember the name of it. Starts with an H. Hustler. Lowe's carries them. Anyway, it's got the welded deck and 24 horsepower. This is our fire pit right outside, and a temporary dog pen until I get the big fence built. And this is the field where the chicken pen is actually going to go. And as you can see, it's kind of a muddy mess. But we just seeded it, and so we don't quite have grass yet. We threw some straw down on it, but not nearly enough. We just didn't have enough straw is all. But anyway, when this starts to grow up a bit, that's when I get to plop a chicken coop down on it. And let's see, there's a tree house back there. I don't know if you'll see that or not, but I'm sure you can see it better than I can out here in this light. I'm using my phone to do this, by the way. And we have a McDonald's playground. Check this out. This thing's antique, but the previous owner somehow got a hold of this and installed it on his land. So I have got to do a little bit of work to it. I'd like to paint it because, you know, the paint's all scratched up, but this slide along here is kind of sharp, and there was already one kid that got caught right here on this part and hurt his hands, so we're going to have to fix that. We got the little airplane seesaw. They love that thing. And then this is the rest of the property for those of you that haven't seen it yet. There's the other barn down there, or the barn. The building I'm in is the shop, and that's the barn. And then the solar array, which is huge. 102 panels, I have since found out. I have not memorized all the stats on what kind of wattage it pushes and all that. So one of these days I'll get that information and relay it on to those that are interested. There's one of the back fields. And I can go part way out here, but I don't feel like sloshing through a bunch of mud, so I'll go as far as the road carries me. But we want to put a pond in right down here. The gate over there is actually where the dam will be, if I do it the way that I'm thinking anyway. We have well, the homeowner has a relative that actually builds ponds, so it's quite possible this will happen. But this road would be taken out, and the pond would actually be right through here, so that we can see it right out the back windows of the house. And then, oh, we're getting into the mud now. Great. Okay, this is as far as I'm going to carry you. But this was the old mule field, and there's all kinds of straw back here, but it was so muddy we couldn't get to it. And then over here is a big open field, and they want to put like a camping area back here if we have friends that love to camp. And we're in the middle of the city. Can you believe this? And it looks like we're, you know, out in the country. yeah, it's neat. It's really neat. So anyway, all right, skip over that mud puddle. So anyway, I will keep trying to get little update videos up to you until we actually get started on projects again. For those of you that are keeping up with my well-being, so to speak, I am talking better, but it's mostly because I've gotten used to not having any back teeth. And I go in on the 1st of June to get the molds done, and then about a week later I actually get the rest of them pulled and get my new teeth. So I'm actually looking forward to that. Eating is a real pain in the tooth right now. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and hopefully before long we're back to projects and a little bit different format, perhaps. I hope to be in front of the camera talking a bit more at regular speed rather than high speed. So, and here's Doc and Dart. We'll say hi to them real quick. Say hi, guys. Say hi. You're awfully quiet. Oh, anyway. Have a good one, guys.